I know you can do this. I know you can make it. And there's no excuses here. You don't have to make excuses because they can see through your soul. But a very loving energy, very encouraging energy, and someone who is super confident that you can pull this off and you can do it. Hi, Pisces. Bailey B hanging out for another intuitive reading to help you explore your subconscious and see what's going on. Thank you for being here. I intend for this reading to give you something fascinating to think about, and I hope you can use that information to lead you to more safety and more fulfillment. I want you to check in with your own intuition to see what feels true and only pick up what's resonating with you. Today I have both Kim Krans decks that I own, the Spirit Animal deck and the Wild Unknown Tarot. So we're going to start with the Spirit Animal, and then I'm going to do a Celtic Cross for your next week's energy, Pisces. So press the like button if you haven't already. I'm going to be changing my schedule to every Saturday or Sunday I'll be putting out a video. I got a second job, so I've been having to cut down on the amount of time I spend on the channel, but I'm still wanting to be here for you guys and read for you, and hopefully slowly grow the channel more to a point where I don't have to have a second job anymore. So if you like my content and you want to subscribe, help me out with that. That'd be amazing. And let's get started with Pisces energy for the week. What do we have here in terms of spirit animals for Pisces? It's Pisces spirit animal this week. Ooh, the dolphin energy. I don't think we've had this one yet. So pretty. Lots of pinks and yellows, gold. All right, so the dolphin is innately intelligent, a healer, and brings light and blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It is easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming into contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on its way. Yes, claim that, Pisces. This is my profound blessing and it's on its way. Press the like button for that. Comment below. I have a blessing that is on its way. When the dolphin energy is in balance, they are an active healer and they have a strong spiritual practice. When they're out of balance, they underestimate their own power. So to bring into balance, you want to surround yourself with like-minded spirits. So this could be a good omen for beneficial relationships, equal give and take in relationships, fun friendships that have you feeling like you are blessing others and they are blessing you, and life is just a little bit more light and fun. So let's see what else we have today and this week for Pisces. I'm going to do a Celtic cross. We'll start with the cross and then we'll do the staff after that. Oh, that was weird. I'm going to keep that. The Five of Pentacles. So that's the root of the matter. So what's crossing that is next. So it seems like we are trying to come out of this poverty mindset. And we have the World, so we're graduating, something is ending, we've learned an earthly lesson. We have a new beginning coming towards us, but at the moment this is like the crowned archway into a new portal, essentially, and you only get to that place through learning and growing and essentially leveling up. You're leveling up. So this is what's crossing the Five of Pentacles. You might be feeling like your main goal lately has been to break this poverty mindset, to rework and rethink how you're perceiving money, how you're expecting money to flow to you, your expectations around how you can make money. I think those things are changing for you. You're starting to see yourself in a new light and graduate to a new level of confidence about what you have to offer. And I think that's going to attract to you more abundance so that you can leave this sort of sad, wilty feeling of I'm not enough, I don't have enough, I'm never going to do enough or be enough, and step into and through this portal into a whole new world for you here, Pisces, that is much brighter, much more positive, and much more abundant. All right, so then we have what's in the past, what's in the root, what's in the headspace, this over a little bit, and then what's in the near future. So we'll start there. What's in the past for us, Pisces? The Tower card. So we've had a big change that's happened recently. This could be a change with work, a breakup in a relationship. This could be a sudden realization that ends up burning a bridge between you and a friend. Something that is very kind of painful and was not easy to put out the fire, if you will, after this lightning bolt moment happened for you. But this is in the past, so this big change has affected us in this way that's helping push us through this portal to a new perspective. I wonder what this is for you specifically, Pisces. Put down below in the comments anything you've been experiencing, like sudden change-wise, that you feel like is shaking up the way that you're looking at your money or the way that you can earn money, things like that. All right, so let's look at the root of the matter. Eight of Pentacles. So it is work, money, abundance, stability, doing all the little things necessary in order to build a business, to hone in your craft, to build a strong and stable foundation for yourself. This is almost like giving me working from home. I'm seeing like this spider is weaving this web and then things end up coming to the spider, right? The spider doesn't have to go out and search for food. The food is trapped in their home, in their place of dwelling, and they just essentially spend time building up their base, building up their home, and that's what brings them the abundance and allows them to sustain themselves. So I'm seeing this for you, Pisces. No matter what change you've just gone through, you're still steadily building your home space, your work environment, your stability. What you are attracting is coming to you. You're not going out and searching for things, but things have been coming to you more and more lately. And we're going from the Five of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles here. So we're moving on up. And I can see that this mindset of lack, or like just the second guessing, like, what if this doesn't succeed? What if I don't end up making enough money? Those worries are still there, but I do think it's a really good sign that you are focusing on yourself, your home life, your own skills, your own craft, and you're letting things come to you and let them sustain you from your attractive abilities and your abilities to be skilled with your weaving in order to be sustained, instead of having to, like I said, go out and like hunt per se. So what do we have here in the headspace for you, Pisces? This week you are in the Four of Wands energy. I love this energy for you. It's very like you're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You have all of these sides that are helping you focus in on one area. You've put up boundaries. Say you've started to respect your time, you've started to take care of your body, you've started to rest your mind, and you've started to, not associate with people who are energy draining and things like that. So you have these like parameters, and through those parameters, you're you're able to see more clearly what's coming towards you, what you're supposed to be doing right now, where your energy is radiating, and what really lights you up. This is becoming more and more clear. It was kind of chaotic, as you can see, like these gray lines here at the edges. It's almost like this thing is like pushing through and trying to blossom, and we needed this structure around us in order for that to be able to come through in a good way. So I think your mind is in a very healthy place right now, Pisces. You're being disciplined. You're making sure you're not letting your energy drain too much from you, and keeping yourself protected from any type of mental clutter or drama that's unnecessary for you. So that's a great sign. I'm proud of you for that. All right, now let's see what is in our near future, Pisces. The Sun of Cups. Okay, so this could be somebody coming to you, an offer of love, an offer of a new romantic adventure. This could be even like a job offer, but it would be one that is, what I'm getting is like there's a lot of promises, a lot of like, oh, we have this perk and this benefit and blah 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 blah, but it's still like not going to be enough to sustain you or something. It seems a little superficial, this offer that I'm sensing is coming towards you. So definitely be careful. Make sure that whatever you are going to commit to, whatever you're spending your time on, is worth it, that it is filling your cup and it's not just emptying your cup, or that the cup that's being offered to you is not already empty or false or serving somebody else at your expense. This is feeling like just a bit of a card of warning. The Sun of Cups can be very bold and good with words, very eloquent. They can talk a really nice game, but in the end, you want to know if they can follow through. You want to look at those patterns, right? They can promise all they want, but if you see a consistent type of behavior, a consistent pattern of behavior from somebody, that's when you really know who they are, not just what they say or what they feel they want to be, but actually can't pull off, you know? So be cognizant of somebody coming in your near future that you might need to not necessarily be worried about or anything, but just, don't fall for every single line that somebody's throwing your way. Be more discerning. All right, so let's pick the staff for this Celtic cross reading for Pisces for this week. We've got the beginning of May here on our doorstep, and spring is in full bloom, so I'm really enjoying the weather. I hope you are too, wherever you are in the world. All right, so we've got the far future. We have our friends and family relationships, our hopes and fears, and then we have the final outcome in the final future of this week. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So you might be learning something this week, finding a key. This sudden breakthrough from the Tower moment could have also been a sudden realization that you learned something new about yourself, about your situation, about what's good for you. Maybe somebody gave you advice, or you heard something from someone else. The crow is like a very loud warning bird. They are very territorial, and they tend to signify like a very loud message that's coming your way. So hopefully with this Tower moment, you received a message that you were able to download, and you'll be able to use that message to keep making decisions this week for yourself, Pisces. Okay, so we have the far future, the Fool. So you are starting over again. The world energy, it's like you go through the world portal and then you come out the Fool again, the other side. It's like being born, right? You're done with this last phase. You've spent time probably processing afterwards, marinating, growing, letting that lesson settle in, and now you're ready to be moved forward through the portal and come out a newbie with fresh eyes, a fresh beginning, wings that aren't quite tested in this new field, this new area of your life, Pisces. But you're feeling fresh, you're feeling young, vibrant, energetic. Things are starting to really look up for you. They're glowing here, Pisces. This golden light is really taking over. And it's something that I think is going to continue to become brighter and brighter over time, especially as you move from the Fool energy forward through this new beginning, this new cycle, and then the new arch of the tarot, right? The journey of the tarot. So what are our relationships going to look like this week? The Son of Swords, interesting. So we have a lot of night energy here. The Son of Swords is somebody who's very anxious, very workaholic type, that is kind of pushy, go, 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 knows what they're going to get done, knows exactly what they want and how they're going to do it, but doesn't really take into consideration others. It's not necessarily a bad thing. They're definitely somebody who can get things done, but this can be a very exhausting energy to work with. And if these are the relationships that you are experiencing, or if this is how you're experiencing your relationships right now, it might be a time to take a step back, to kind of go into hermit mode a little bit. I know sometimes when I'm feeling good, I'll go out a lot or spend more time with friends and family, not realizing that I'm actually being drained of a lot of energy and kind of like dipping back into that negative space again because I've overdone it. So whether this is your internal body telling you to slow down, we're going a little too fast, there's a little too much manic energy here, or this is somebody else in your life that carries this kind of frantic energy, and it's just another warning to like kind of be careful. Don't let this energy crowd you or overtake your energy in any way, because this isn't it's not king energy or queen energy, right? It's night energy. It's somebody who's still learning, somebody who's still maturing, and sometimes can be like overzealous and make things worse in the end when they're trying to make things better. That takes kind of a maturity to figure out. So two people in your energy here in the future who are going to kind of challenge the way that you're seeing and doing things right now. And I think keeping these strong boundaries here in your mind, like the Four of Wands, is going to help you work through, what of this energy can I take and let pass? Because sometimes you just have to be around people. You have to work with certain types of people. But there are definite boundaries that you can also be drawing at the same time to protect your own energy. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's going to be really important for you. So what are your hopes and fears this week, Pisces? Ooh, the Father of Wands. I said there wasn't king energy out here yet, but here he is. This is the King of Wands. Somebody who is very creative, very fiery, very sharp-witted, well-spoken, somebody who is protective and takes care of the people around them and always tries to bring out the best and the boldest and the most creative in their friends and family. So if this is where your hopes and fears are lying, you might be kind of wondering, how do I nurture my own talents, my own gifts, my own creativity, and stick up for myself in this king energy, this King of Wands energy, without sacrificing the feelings of others or the time I spend with them, or without going into the negative version of this masculine energy where you're like frantically trying to control everything. The Father of Wands definitely can get riled up quickly. So I tend to get more riled up more quickly when I'm frazzled or don't have enough rest or have been around people with more chaotic energy. So if this is what you're feeling, and you're still dealing with this lesson from this lightning bolt change that you've had, that the Hierophant is bringing news to you, and you're moving through this old way of being to a new way. This could be, like, hey, yes, we know that you're practicing a new way of approaching the world. But don't forget that you still need to draw the boundaries, protect your energy, feel safe, and you don't have to always be like 100% on and charming and doing all the right things in order for you to be successful. You are allowed to pull back and rest and not feel like you constantly have to be on. So, hopes and fears, I definitely hope that you can exude the energy of the Father of Wands. He's an awesome, powerful energy. Just don't get too caught up in the control or the doing, right? You want to still preserve the energy of the spider where you're working on yourself and doing all the detailed things that you can do in your own little sphere, and then let the big things come to you. You don't always have to go out and chase everything. Sometimes it's best to work on yourself and let things cross your path. All right, so what is this final outcome? The Mother of Swords. Wow. So we have the Son of Swords, the Mother of Swords here. This is the Queen of Swords. I love this particular Queen of Swords representation because she's like staring at you. Basically, to me, it's a wake-up call. Like, you know what you need to be doing. I'm not going to let you pretend like you don't see me seeing you. The expectations are there. I'm watching, but in a loving way, right? You can do this. You can stay balanced. I know you can. I'm getting this like fierce mother energy, somebody who's giving you some tough love, and not even tough love, but it's like a pep talk, you know? Like, here you are, you're on point, you're doing your thing, you're practicing, you're drawing boundaries, and now it's time to go for it. And all eyes on you, Pisces. This is, somebody who is maybe from the other side cheering you on, some energy that is like really understands what you're capable of and can see through your BS, for lack of a better phrase, and can say, I know you can do this. I know you can make it. And there's no excuses here. You don't have to make excuses because they can see through your soul. But a very loving energy, very encouraging energy, and someone who is super confident that you can pull this off and you can do it. So whoever that energy is for you, they're watching over you right now. And if this is just your higher self, you are reminding yourself here that you have all the skills at your disposal. You've been learning so much lately. You've been growing. You've had a lot of time to really start exuding this dolphin energy, this light, this healing energy that you have inside you. You're very innately emotionally intelligent, Pisces, and these lessons that you've been learning, these journeys you've been on recently, have expanded your aura and have you shining so much brighter recently that things are really becoming more attracted to you. You're attracting more like-minded energies, or energies that are matching yours. You're meeting people who love your energy, love how you come across, and are really appreciative of what you bring to the table. So don't underestimate your own power, Pisces. You're incredibly powerful. You have everything within you that it takes to succeed. And even though you're on a new path right now, you might feel a little bit like a newbie. This is just one pass around an endless cycle of learning, growing, and relearning and regrowing, right? So don't feel too afraid. This is kind of the fun beginning part, and there's energy here really cheering you on and guiding you and like just staring through your soul saying, you can do it. I know you can do it. You can't hide from me. I see you and I see your potential. So take that advice, Pisces, and run with it this week. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. I hope this brought you some faith in yourself and some hope to move forward this week. Don't forget to press the like button if you're enjoying the content. I will be back next week for another weekly reading for you, Pisces. I would love a subscribe, share with friends and family who needed some encouragement, and I will see you soon. Live long and prosper, Pisces.